The only way I know how to open up this message is with an audio sound effect, and I want you to take this as the impact or effect that you have walking upon this planet. So this is what it is. Enchanted is the word that I'm hearing. And the message that's coming through is that you are rooted in the earth, but your awareness belongs to the stars. So there's definitely this ethereal, celestial energy that I'm picking up on, especially because we've had the star card, which is to know that you're not limited in form, but you're here to hold infinity while co-creating with the material plane. So you walk like a human, however, you perceive like something that's far older, something that is ancient, and your body anchors this consciousness, knowing that it's not confined to this place, but instead it's here to experience. I'm hearing the totality of the human experience. It's here to experience the totality of the material plane. So that's the most powerful state of awareness that you've entered into, which is not to escape, but it's to be rooted within the illusion of this construct while fully participating with the beautiful illusion that you've created to play in, because you are the universe, and the universe is one single being, one single emanation, difference in only seeming. So we have 3 cards I want to pull today, and there's something around you where you can be fully here, yet still remember that you branch and extend and originate from a place that I'm hearing perceives, originates beyond perceived limitations. All right. So let me go ahead and share with you the first card. The first one is the Star card. And in this deck, it talks about the veil. So this is about the human condition lifting. We have 222 on the clock right now, as I just looked at the time, and I believe 222 in my angel number message deck. Hold on, you are sending me on a side quest before the reading has even begun. Let me see if I can find my angel number messages and find the 222, because that's definitely a message for you to hear. So just give me a second. 222 is a balance card. So this is something that you've mastered. This says, now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset. What feels peaceful and calm easily finds you as you restore the balance within yourself. So there's something around more balance, more ease. I'm hearing flowing through you in the human experience through this state of surrender. Because the star card is a bridge type kind of archetype. And when we talk about tarot in general, like if you're here on this channel or you're new, they are just octaves, because you're a multidimensional being and you phase through these different octaves within yourself. So they're just archetypal manifestations of, I'm hearing, the same emanation wearing many different masks and the different frequencies that you phase through on a day-to-day basis. But there's something around, you have one foot on the earth, right? But then you also have one hand in the cosmos. So I'm going to go ahead and read the star card depiction in this deck, and I'm going to just get the short synopsis for it. So this says opportunity, hope, and inspiration, reassurance. The star bursts through the veil and offers a moment of reassurance. So this could have been reassurance that you were giving yourself through every other extension, because when we see life through the lens of source and the lens of oneness, well, you are everything. You are the one consciousness running into itself again and again and again, whether that be through the opportunity, whether that be through the insight, the epiphany, the person, the place. You are the one field that the vessel's moving through, and your consciousness is not just limited and localized to the vessel, but it's the very field that the vessel moves through. So congratulations, you've returned back to seeing through the illusion of separation from anything that seemingly appears to be outside of yourself. I'm hearing it's actually refracted from you. It's energetically projected into this hologram, into the illusion of physicality. So it says, be inspired, feel the good that surrounds you, feed the light inside of you, and it will continue to repel the darkness. You might not know it yet, but you're an inspiration to many. So this tells me that you've learned to be your source of light. Your eternal light has been guiding you on your path. So the more grounded you are, the more that you're able to access this knowing, and the more present you are, the more infinite you become, because you're remembering yourself as not just limited to the physical vessel, but instead the timeless consciousness that navigates life on earth, utilizing this vessel as a medium, as a tool, as a conduit for you to be immersed within this terrestrial plane. I'm hearing, but bringing celestial wisdom to this terrestrial plane. So I'm not sure what it is that you're doing there. I really like that combination of words. But you've recognized a point where all is one, and you are a point where it becomes aware of itself. So you might not know it yet, but you're an inspiration to many. If this card shows up, take it as an opportunity to celebrate your achievements, big or small. So there are a lot of there was a keyword that came through in a reading that I did the other day, and it spoke about basically a series of events, and I think it was the event message. I think the event came up, and the key word was something around lots of small decisions that has brought you to this place of remembrance. It's like everything was necessary on this path, and there's a new lifetime within this lifetime because you've completed a cycle. And the reason I say that is because the next card that we have is the World. Now, the World in this deck also refers to life on Earth. So the World card is a point of completion. It's somebody that's looking back at their life and they're really admiring the teachers, they're admiring, all the versions of themselves that they've met and the experiences that have allowed them to culminate that wisdom. And that wisdom is something that you're imparting and sharing, and that actually becomes a form of enlightenment, right? To remember yourself as a light being, but also all those around you. So that's something that you're learning to translate when it comes to this abstract data, this information through experience, and you're embodying what those experiences taught you, and you're moving forth as an enlightened being. I don't know how else to say it. It's like you have, with the Star card, instead of becoming hardened by your circumstances, you've actually softened into them. It's allowed you to become more vulnerable with yourself, which has actually been, I'm hearing, a key element and strength. So you're using these complex systems and you're translating it into vibrations. It's like you're able to decode the vibrational lessons that you drew in through resonance and how that was in service and in benefit for your soul's evolution. It was like exactly what it is that you needed at whatever stage within the coordinates of space and time that you found yourself moving through. So with the World card, this is basically unity that's realized while inside of the matrix, which is the illusion of separation. That's a cosmic overlay on the earth. And life on earth basically talks about, well, you're a cosmic being, and prolonged embodiment within the human vessel in this very dense plane can lead to one forgetting their etheric origins, right? Falling asleep and going unconscious in this realm. But once consciousness begins to wake up and remember itself, it begins to behave very, very differently. And you're coming back into alignment with what your soul's intentions were before this incarnation. So you're no longer seeking beyond, but instead you're becoming the place where all these different layers meet. When we talk about heaven on earth, they're not separate from you, but they're fully integrated. So it feels like you've experienced hell on earth, right? Unconscious decisions, and how that led to fated events, and you're understanding how you can, I'm hearing, bend your fate, which is super interesting because that would be a magician term, because he is someone that's weird, which knows how to control their fate or control their destiny, and you're taking that into your own hands. So your awareness expands not by leaving the body, but instead fully inhabiting it. So I see you as a star, right? That's like anchored into the earth. And it's like you're moving through this construct according to that divine essence, right? And the veil is super, super thin around you. So you are the field, but the field localized or compressed into a physical vessel, right? It reminds me of your stardust wrapped in skin. The light that you've been seeking has always been within. So the infinite is experiencing life through you, right? Source is experiencing life through your subjective lens. And there's so much beauty in your subjective lens, in your unique energetic signature. And I'll go ahead and read the World card for you as well in the short synopsis of this, because there's probably going to be a message in here for you. So the World card in this deck talks about the world and life on earth represents fulfillment and completion. You've made it to the end of whatever you set out to do, and a new cycle is approaching. Before you waltz off on your next journey, be sure to take a minute to bask in your success. Do you realize the theme that's coming through? There's a moment of appreciation, there's a moment of celebration, and there's a moment of recognition that you're being called. I mean, it's like a give yourself a pat on the back type of moment. You've wanted this for so long, and it's finally here. Allow yourself to revel in it. So let's just take a minute and be enchanted by this enchantment. Do you guys like this? It's that's the sundial. Hold on, let me show you. Can you see that? And then that's 𝓤𝓪𝓬𝓮. So I'm seeing like the star, the sun, and the moon, which are all celestial light bodies or celestial light forces. And there's something around that that's very clearing, because this is a very clearing energy. It brings you back into coherence. Anyway, the last card that we have is the Magician. So this is a as above, so below energy, right? It's the stars merging with the human field, and really a starry origin being. Okay, a being with starry origins experiencing themselves as human, i.e., you. So you're not reaching upwards, but instead it feels like you're channeling downwards, utilizing your body as an instrument, because the Magician is someone that has one hand in the celestial realms, and then also his foot is planted and his other hand is pointed down towards the material celestial plane, okay, this terrestrial plane. So your awareness actually becomes that current, it becomes that medium to allow the soul to express itself fully through form. And what you're perceiving beyond this realm is not separate from you, but instead it's moving through you. So you're definitely an interface between dimensions. That's what this gives me. Now, the Magician in this deck, let me find it real quick. The Magician in this deck says force of creation, manifestation, willpower, and skilled. The crow in the Magician teaches how to turn energy into a force of creation. As the crow shimmers in the moon of the Magician, we are reminded of the beauty around us and the creative nature of human life. We are born with a desire to create. That desire serves as the opposition to destruction and is what sets us apart. Use your skills to manifest your power. So again, it's like you're taking your life into your own hands. And it's almost like now that you remember yourself, what do you choose to create, right? Now that you remember that fear is an illusion, it's a localized experience of play. And when you observe the fear, and it is no longer something that governs you because you don't identify yourself with it, but instead you hold space for that octave, and you act even in the presence of it, that's the moment that you become greater than your mind, greater than your emotions, and you master your relationship with the physical realm. So I'm seeing that if fear wasn't a factor, what would you choose? And what do you choose now moving forward? I'm going to go ahead and get another message for you. Let me show you guys this beautiful aquamarine though. Stephanie actually let me use this for the reading. We both found this in Chichen Itza today. That's where we are right now. So that's super beautiful, and we're definitely rocking that. So I feel like you're coming into your authenticity, you're coming into your truth. The throat chakra is literally all about blending your most multidimensional gifts and abilities and then grounding that into this terrestrial plane. I'm hearing bringing celestial insights to the terrestrial plane. Okay. I'm actually going to pull this deck. This is a brand new deck, guys. I haven't even looked at all the cards because I wanted this to be a surprise together. But this was actually picked up in San Cristobal, I think it was. And yeah, it's a really beautiful deck. So let me go ahead and open this up, and we'll definitely pull a card. But the message at the beginning of it, or at least opening up, I can't open it, give me a sec, is being seated in the eye of the storm. Okay, I'm just gonna rip it open. Let me get this open. There we go. So, the beginning of the deck says, am I able to maintain myself in the eye of the hurricane? And I feel like this is seeing the cosmos within what appeared to be chaotic in your life. And now looking back in hindsight, you can see the secret order of something that previously felt disorderly to you because you're able to look at it through the lens of a light being, through the lens of the soul. So let's go ahead and pull a message from here. It's my first time using this deck. I'm really excited. I waited just for you, okay, just for this moment. So, and I haven't actually purchased a new deck for a while because I already have so many. But this one just really spoke to me. When I saw it in the shop, I was like, I have to get this. Right. Okay. Oof. Right. This card says, how is my relationship with Mother Nature? Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah. How is my relationship with Mother Nature? And then you have at the base, where is my safe place? Let's just deep that for a moment. So the message that's coming through is how is your relationship when it comes to your life on this planet? How would you relate to your journey on Earth emotionally? Are you deeply connected with yourself? Are you the safe place? Remember, the universe is one single being. And when you remember that Gaia is as much of an expression of you, an extension of you, as you are of her, and you are one with this environment. A conscious womb designed to hold you, to keep you safe, and to support you in benefit for your soul's evolution. But there's something beautiful and significant that happens as you're seeded onto this planet. And the moment that you remember why you were seeded here, there's a different co-creation that you step into when it comes to life on Earth. And how you're being supported to co-create with the material plane as an immaterial being, experiencing itself in the realm of the physical. And that's the experience that Gaia provides for you. That's the experience that you're seeing the beauty in. And the interesting thing is that we also have forgiveness at the base of the Star Child message deck. So there's something around forgiving yourself for not seeing it sooner, because we have to forgive ourselves for the things that only time was going to teach us, for the change that would happen down your space-time travels for you to come into this point of remembrance and to step back into that vulnerability is so sacred. So it feels like this is a sacred return to yourself, for sure. Wow, that was beautiful. So can you create safety for that octave that fears? Are you your safe place? Do you realize that this planet is also your safe place? Home is wherever you are. And I'm speaking to a soul who is seated in that knowing, is seated in that remembrance. And these other extensions of us, these fractals, they sense that from you. They remember it. You hold that expression to feel safe in your presence, to feel safe in. I'm hearing how gently your words are delivered. I'm hearing your energy is delivered, even when you don't speak. Your presence. I'm seeing like your eye contact as well. There's something that you gently restore when it comes to connection to others because you've been able to connect with yourself so deeply. Wow. Should we get another one? This is such a beautiful deck. So, how is your relationship with Mother Nature? Let me know. And where is your safe place? What is the thing that you do on this planet that brings you back to yourself? Okay, we have, how do I allow myself to rest? Another really important one. Are you doing things out of survival and simply doing things unconsciously, or is your purpose and intention guiding you in everything that you do? I'm hearing, are you being guided by your purpose? Okay, I'm hearing, for example, is your career guiding your purpose, or is your purpose guiding your career? And does your sense of purpose come through output only? And what's interesting is I actually channeled a message on this the other day, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it real quick. I think it's just like a short message. I don't think I've posted it yet, but I'm sure it's supposed to come out soon. Here. Okay, so this is it. If your value rises and falls with what you produce, you are never creating from truth. Throat chakra. You are performing for validation. Your worth is not what moves through you, it is the space it moves through. So this is saying that the things in which you create are an expression of your natural state of being. And there was a message. Let me see if it comes back around. Your worth is not what moves through you, it's the space it moves through. It's not about what you do, it's about who you are. And the remembrance of who you are being infused into the things that you do. There are so many different areas of your life that you are going to witness yourself excel at. When it comes to health, wealth, vitality, partnerships, purpose, career, everything. You're going to see and witness the higher self bleed into all aspects of your life. So how do you allow yourself to rest so that your life force can be channeled extremely intentionally and it's not scattered within the system, because you are present in everything that you do. You are present with every step that you take. You are present with yourself. All of you is here. Call all of your awareness. There's something around you clearing a relationship to the matrix to be seated within it, but see through the third dimensional lens and into higher densities. The deeper that you meet yourself, the higher levels of information you access as you move through this realm. You're in this world, but quite literally experiencing a complete different version of it. That's 5D. It's not a location, but it's a state of awareness and your interconnectedness to all things. So yeah, that's beautiful. And then at the base, we have who embellishes my garden. So what are you inviting into your experience? And I'm hearing that whom also may be an inanimate object. So it may be music, it may be people, it may be opportunities, it may be things that you're creating, it may be experiences that you want to have. And the garden being the earth itself. It may be you connecting with yourself through another form, like a tree. So that's another energy that's coming through. All right, let me get a gateway of the light activation message. This is such a beautiful energy that I almost don't want to let you go for this message. But let's get gateway of the light activation and see what it is that we'll leave off on. Wow, ancestral realm. Boundaries, healing the lineage, and karmic release. So karmic release is basically cause and effect. You were born into a lineage and had experienced the effect of so many repetitive causes unconscious in the system that had led to certain belief systems being adopted because of reinforced thought forms with very strong emotional charges. And I'm hearing you've actually been able to disable those charges through alchemizing them. And that's by utilizing your awareness. What you bring awareness to begins to, I'm hearing, lose its power. And there's a paradox, because in losing and creating detachment, you actually gain everything, because you gain your freedom back by moving beyond perceived limitations. Like you're carrying the things that your ancestors did and what you had through many lifetimes on earth, but you're also putting down what they never felt safe to you, what you never felt safe to. And as you remember yourself for what you truly are in this spiritual maturity, which is to remember yourself as more non-physical than you are physical, there's an instantaneous relief. I'm also seeing separation and distance from what has occurred along your space-time travels, because innately I'm speaking to you, the part of you that has been untouched by time and unaffected by events that have occurred during, I'm hearing, these transits. And transits are access points, gateways, or energetic signatures. I'm hearing that bring a proposition to you. That's an interesting word. Let's go ahead and define proposition, because that would intend to propose something or to offer something. Proposition. A proposition is a statement that expresses an idea or claim that can be evaluated as true or false. Very interesting. So are you carrying a truth that's not yours? Because truth is multidimensional. Are you accepting or adopting a truth as yours? Or are you giving yourself permission to come back to something that isn't so definitive, something that isn't so localized, or something that isn't so myopic in perspective? In simple terms, it's something that can be tested, argued, or judged. It must be a clear statement, not a question or command. It must have a truth value, either true or false. Super interesting. So this is a proposition, is a statement that can be analyzed for truth. So it's a suggestion or offer. Wow. So this is saying that there was a suggestion of, okay, this is how we've lived life. So this is how we do things here. And it's almost like this is, and again, this is an ancestral realm card from that channel. So what's super interesting is you're taking action in a way, and also just moving through this construct in a way that hasn't been experienced, and your ancestors continue to express themselves to you, but it's almost like you are beckoning for them to come and safely learn more of what life on earth looks like when you are profoundly connected with yourself. And this relationship that you've cultivated with yourself is actually allowing them to continue living vicariously through you, and really through you, because you're composed up of the cells from your ancestors. So there's something around that. Although you hold the memory, you are guiding them and creating new memories, and they're able to experience those memories through you of what is actually possible, of how beautiful life can look. When you remember, to awaken is to not change who you are, but it's to discard all whom you are not. So there's, yes, this ancient energy, but also this newness of seeing life on earth through the lens of a child in play, playing inside of your own creation. So they're learning something new from you, like a child. Wow. You're pulling forward this one body of consciousness because you're the point of divergence in the lineage. It's the one fractal of consciousness that comes into the bloodline, the whole system, and it wakes up within the construct, and it begins to behave very, very differently. You're the anomaly. You're the anomaly. So I'm going to love and leave you right there. That was such a beautiful message. And yeah, let me know how this landed for you guys. I would love to hear your experience. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and have stumbled upon this message, or more accurately, this has stumbled upon your path and collapsed into your experience, do consider subscribing, because we'd love to have you around. I would love to have you around. And personal reading details are also down below. There is a waiting list that's going to be opening up from April 20th to 1st of May. I'm going to get readings done through that window. So if you want to inquire, feel free to email. That's all in the description box down below. And also check out Otter Spirit if you're looking for some high quality AAA grade gemstones. Today I'm wearing like a big throat chakra energy. So you have 2 discount codes for that in the description box. I don't know if I said that. 1 of the proceeds are donated towards Otter Sanctuaries. And yeah, I'm gonna love and leave you right there. Until next time. Bye.
Clouds in the sky don't care if I stay all day. Dreaming of time when you and I were dancing in